Hello everyone. Until the previous class, we discussed about two main concepts. One is Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, and next one was dual nature, Broglie's de Broglie's equation that we had studied here, lambda hyp, and the dual behavior of matter, which was explained by de Broglie. Now we will see how uncertainty principle can be very much useful for us. See, what is uncertainty principle here? It always says that the exact position and exact velocity or momentum of a particular electron or atom or a particular small charged particle cannot be explained properly. It cannot be pointed out properly. So what are the significance that it determines from it? First one, it rules out existence of definite paths or trajectory of electrons or other similar particles. See, just as I told you, delta x into delta p greater than or equal to h by 4 pi is the formula given by Heisenberg for his uncertainty principle, where this x actually shows the position and this y actually shows the momentum, right? But suppose we have a car moving from one place to another place. It is moving from one place to another place. We, because it is a bigger object, we can say at a particular, after a particular time, like after 2 hours, where could be the position of this car and what could be the velocity that it might be handling, if we are knowing that at starting where was the position and what was the speed, suppose if we are knowing. But what could be the scenario if we are not knowing about the position of electron, the thing which we cannot see? What about we can say that the position of electron, where it could be, what could be the velocity of the substance it could be? So as we cannot make it understand that how or where the position or velocity, where the position of the electron or the velocity of the object can be, we are very much unaware about how its trajectory or movement of the electron, it cannot be existed or it cannot be explained properly. That's what Heisenberg's uncertainty principle says. You cannot explain properly the position or the velocity of a moving subatomic particle at a particular scenario or a particular time period. Okay. Second significance was that the effect of this principle is so important that it explained only the motion of microscopic objects and neglected that of macroscopic objects. Suppose if we are taking an object with a heavier mass, then it will have the uncertainty principle. According to the uncertainty principle, the object's velocity and mass product, or we can say the momentum product of that momentum, which we can say was bit high. But at the same time, if we are taking the same scenario for smaller objects like for electron, we know that the mass of electron was 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. The delta v into delta x value was bit higher. You can say it is a smaller value and this is a higher value. So uncertainty principle only and only dealt with microscopic objects, electrons, motion of electrons, protons, or the nucleus. It only mainly dealt with that particular scenario. It cannot or it will not uh, obey or it cannot follow a heavier object's uncertainty principle. Okay. And last but not the least, this uncertainty principle was actually uh, a particularly a follow through or a follow up which resulted into a new model of atom. This Heisenberg's uncertainty principle actually resulted into a new model of atom which was known as the quantum mechanical atomic model. This resulted, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle actually resulted in it was a follow up, or we can say it given the foundation for the formation of a new atomic model which was known as quantum mechanical model. Now, talking about the failures of Bohr's atomic model, we had set the limitations. The failures that resulted in not accepting the Bohr model, one among them was the wave character of the electron was not considered in the Bohr model. We told that particles always have this, or any substance, any object have this dual nature. One is the particle nature, another one is the wave nature, but Bohr model cannot explain that wave character properly of electron. And furthermore, if speaking, Bohr model actually only was for hydrogen atom, right? So definitely it ignored complete concept of dual behavior, as well as it contradicted with Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It did not follow the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, or it said opposite things that were coming under the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. So because of these few scenarios, this particular Bohr model could not be explained properly. Then came the well-known quantum mechanical model, which is still now prevailing and used among our scientists, also among the students in the present generation all over the world. So what is actually quantum mechanical model of atom? To understand that, we must understand what is actually quantum mechanics. So what is actually quantum mechanics? We know that the Newton's laws of motion deals with objects which are moving. Very bigger objects means like stones, or sometimes heavenly objects like planets. Newton has also developed a law of gravitation. Also Newton has his laws of motion. So these are actually bigger objects, but Newton's those laws of motion cannot explain the motion of smaller particles, microscopic particles, because we know that microscopic particles, or the matter, or the smaller objects, have this dual nature. They have this dual nature. They have this wave nature as well as the particle nature. So because of this dual nature, it was bit confusing, as well as it was bit complicated to understand by Newton's laws of motion about the nature of this such smaller particles. So for that, a new branch of science was created so that it could deal with the dual behavior of matter, which was known as quantum mechanics. It is completely theoretical scenario. It completely deals with theory, and the quantum mechanics actually was very first developed by the person who developed hey, uncertainty principle, Werner Heisenberg. He was one among them who made the quantum mechanics, developed the quantum mechanics along with Schrodinger, Erwin Schrodinger. Erwin Schrodinger. These two scientists actually developed the quantum mechanics model, and for that they were also given the Nobel Prize. Especially Mr. Schrodinger was given the Nobel Prize for his contributions in physics, and to make understand the complexity very easy about the quantum mechanics. He also developed a equation which was known as Schrodinger wave equation. Schrodinger wave equation. This was actually known by after his name, because he developed a particular equation, and the equation was H phi equals E phi. This phi was actually a Greek letter which is considered as a wave function. Wave function. H was a mathematical operator which you need to understand not now. It is much complicated to understand now. It is a Hamiltonian mathematical operator. A Hamiltonian mathematical operator. I think you are studying or you will study about a topic metrics. I believe that the concept of metrics will be taught in 12th standard. So Hamiltonian operator is related to metrics, but it is somewhat more complex than metrics. That is what is a Hamiltonian operator. The equation you need to know now is the Schrodinger wave equation, being h phi equals e phi, where phi is the wave function, NH is the Hamiltonian operator, E is the energy utilized during that scenario. Okay, so the particular scenario has some the particular wave equation gave result into three quantum numbers or three quantum states were described by the wave function. This wave function actually gave rise to three quantum wave functions. They were principal quantum number n, principal quantum number n. We will discuss its significance in the next class. Azimuthal quantum number L, and magnetic quantum number M, NLM. These three were actually energy state of any electron. They represented the energy state of any electron, and they were actually wave functions with particular scenarios of species of atomic size, which were known as atomic orbitals. They were actually also a category which comes under the atomic orbitals. Okay. Some of the features that come under a quantum mechanical model was that one among them was that the energy of electron is quantized, means the energy will be having a specific value, a particular value. That was the one feature of quantum mechanical model. Second feature was this electronic energy level, whichever electron we are saying, if it has a particular energy level, they will allow the Schrodinger wave equation solution. Means it will have the solution for that whatever equation we had said. It will have the solution for this particular equation if it is having a particular energy value. Next, exact position and exact velocity of electron, as we say, cannot be explained. So what it does, it can use a probability that where can be electrons at different points in atom. It cannot say accurately because Heisenberg's uncertainty principle already had told that we cannot say the exact position and exact velocity of that particular object. But Heisenberg's, despite the fact which we can say, there is one thing we must understand. This quantum mechanical model cannot explain the exact or accurate position, but it can give a probability that where to find the electron at a particular different points. Okay, and you must understand one main important thing. Atomic orbital that we discussed, it is actually wave function of an electron. That's all you need to understand. It is just theory part, very much complicated for you also to understand. And the probability of finding an electron, it is always in the square. If you want to find the probability of an electron where it is present in an atom, the probability of finding an electron is always proportional to the wave function square. Phi square is actually the probability of finding the various positions of atom, not exactly, but probability position of electron present in the atom. These were the features that could be put upon in the or can be depicted in the quantum mechanical model. I hope you have conceived the topic a proper way. If you had not understood, at least you can ask in the comment box your doubts, whatever it is. The homework for you will be to write notes on your own. You have to write your notes on your own. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.